Original God, 574. Water. I know. These niggas know. That's fucking right.
All right. What's up? Hey, what's up, y'all? I know you tuned in right now. Welcome to Word on the Street with Judah. Yo, it is a pleasure to be back with you guys and to be back with you guys with the amazing, the only, the WarriorQueen. Yo, thank you for coming on to the show.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Go ahead and tell people who you are.
What's up, y'all? In case y'all don't know, my name is Nicole, and I am the founder and CEO of WarriorQueen.
Hey.
Hey. That's true. But I started WarriorQueen about a year or so ago, just about. It was right after my cancer battle, or well, not after, it was during my cancer battle, and I kind of figured out that I needed to kind of tell people what was going on so they can see the behind the scenes of the cancer stuff, because most people, what we see on TV is the bald head, the rag, I'm in remission. Yeah, I'm doing a 3-day walk. No, that's not real life at all. I'll tell y'all what it's not. So I started WarriorQueen to share some of that knowledge about with the caregivers, survivors, patients going through, down to the kids going through it, and also dealing with meditation and just a lot of stuff that I went through, and I figured it would be helpful for women, black women, especially women of color, because the triple negative breast cancer was this type of cancer I had really affects more women of color than any other one. And I didn't even know it was different forms of cancer. You knew, but I didn't even know it was different forms of breast cancer. We just knew it was breast cancer. Right. So I decided that I needed to say something about this or whatever. So that's why I came up with the idea of WarriorQueen, because I love the word queen, of course, but I feel like a warrior because I was fighting for my life. Right. So shit, I made it. So listen, let's make it do what it do.
Hey.
So I got there.
That's what's up. Number one, we're grateful you survived. And fought, right?
Right.
Kicked Warriors, kicked Council's ass, right? And also, we this month are focusing on Black History Month, and this month during Black History Month, we're focusing on Black women. And what you came up with was Boss Beauties, right? Boss Beauties. Yeah. So tell people about Boss Beauties. What is Boss Beauties, and what is that concept?
Well, I came up with a concept by sitting around. We were saying we were going to, let's do a show, focusing on Black women, Black History Month. It was like, dope. So let's come up with a name. So I'm sitting up here thinking, I'm like, it's got to be bosses, because Black women, we shit right now. So we are bosses in every way, every form, every sense of the word, right? Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, we need to do that. And then it's like, well, we beautiful in every shade, and no matter how you wear your hair, whether it's straight, kinky, honey, but listen, when you snatch to the gods, you snatched on it. Yes. So it's like, yes. And there's nothing wrong with being beautiful. And you're empowered because you're out here doing it on your own. Nobody is telling you. You are, if you're not stood behind by nobody else, your homies got you. And yourself got you because you love self. So that's how you get empowered. So Boss Beauties Empowered, it just made sense to me to put it all together, especially with, all the beautiful women and all the beautiful bosses that's out there being empowered and sharing their knowledge with everybody else. So why not? We need to. So let's get it out here so people can see these women and hear these women, because most of the time you don't get seen, you don't get heard. So this is an opportunity for women to be seen, to be heard, and just to put it out there.
That's real. Yeah. That's real. Yo, I think that's very important for people to understand and to see. Like you just said, a lot of women are not seen, they're not heard, they're behind the scenes, and they are making things happen, and people don't even know it. And you are the producer on Word on the Street. You are, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You are also the secretary for Suits for Judah. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people might not know that because you're behind the scenes. And so they don't get to see their work. They don't get to see their action. And that's okay because, you know, somebody has to do it. And it's not always for everybody to see. It's not always for everybody to know. If you know, you know. That's a saying in the black community. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't know, maybe you don't need to know. You might not be plugged in. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, I think it's very important that we shine a light on the fact that black women like yourself are battling. Black women like yourself are battling a lot of things and still making things happen in the world every day for everybody else. Black women like yourself are going through all sorts of battles that people may not know about, and yet you're still out here every day making things work, doing things for the community, making yourself available, giving your energy and your time to create a better world for the future. We on Word on the Street, we recognize that, and we thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Just that's what it does. Like, it's crazy because, like I said, not a lot of stuff gets said, and this, you right, I've been through hell and hot water, but, you know, you still can't take the negative and just focus on that because I got two boys. I have a 16-year-old and 12-year-old. Yeah. Okay, to them, mama is Wonder Woman. Okay, right. They, especially with us going through the cancer and seeing everything, so it was like, I got to get out here and show people that just because you down and out, you might be at the bottom of the bottom, but you at the bottom of the bottom for a reason. Yeah. Okay, because you done got cleared out all that other shit that was in the way. You didn't need that no more. Yeah. So you at the bottom so you can build back up, and that's just how I looked at it. Everything. I got a whole new life, y'all. Completely wiped away, and it came all the way back to something new. And put me in this new life, put me in a new area, put me in a new career path, put me in Word on the Street with Judah. I mean, with everything else that was going on in my life, and I ended up on this path. This stuff I wanted to do, but, you know, I come from Corsicana. It's a little small town. We not known for that.
Shout out Corsicana.
Shut up, Corsicana. But yeah, and then so, you know, would have been a smaller town, we didn't have those type of luxuries. So when I got to the city, it was, okay, so it's bigger up here. I get to do more, and I could really go into doing my dreams and what I thought, and I ended up being here, so I'm like, yeah, and I can give back. I always wanted to do the community stuff since high school, but I was sickly or doing sports or whatever the case may be, I never got to do it. So having that chance to do it now is amazing. So that's why I was like, WarriorQueen got to. That's why I came up with that, because I was like, yeah, get out there and doing it. Yeah. Yes.
Yo, sure. That's dope. That's dope. I believe your story is very inspirational. People need to hear it. People need to understand who you are. So, give us a little background. Where, we know Corsicana.
Yeah.
Where in Corsicana? What's up? What's up with Corsicana? What was that like?
What's up, y'all? Shout out to my Corsicana people if y'all watching. Appreciate y'all come through. But Corsicana is a small town. Well, it's considered a small town for a school. North, south, east, west side, of course. I grew up on the north side, mostly, whatever. North side red bricks, holla at your girl. RBC click. So, and that's where I grew up at. Went to all the normal elementary schools, it's like 4 or 5. Middle school, went to CHS, to the high school. Graduated from there. Went to Navarro College. Got my degree. Hey. Shout out to Navarro Bulldogs. Got my associates in teaching from there. And yeah, just kind of went on. So basically in Corsicana, I was a quiet girl. I was the little nerdy one. I was just known for my hairstyles because I always kept my hair different and the outfits I wore all the time. Because I always wanted to be different. Like, I never wanted to be like anybody else. So being different and being like somebody else, it was like, yeah, nah, she different. That's not what you she different. She different.
I dig that. Man, that's funny because it seems like people come to Dallas to blossom. Would you say that's what happened? Is that what happened with you? Are you blossoming out here, you know, in Dallas? Would you say that the environment here is more conducive to a creative?
Oh, absolutely.
Right? So, the only reason why I bring that up is because this show is all about educating people. This show is all about bringing awareness. And so we want to bring awareness to the people in Corsicana. Listen, Corsicanians, especially those in charge and running things, if you need to partner with people in Dallas, then do that. Reach out to us because we want to make sure that you guys have opportunities too. We want to make sure that we can get some of the programs we have going on up here to smaller towns, right? We want to make sure that every child and every person who has a dream actually has an opportunity to possibly reach their dream. So listen, if you in Corsicana and you want to holler at Word on the Street with Judah, right? Y'all want to get a Word on the Street down there with Judah down there, a Word on the Street with Corsicana, right? Holler at us. We would love to introduce that program to you guys down there. So that's the reason why I brought that up. I think that it's important that, because where we come from, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Determines where we're going. So
Exactly.
Right.
There's a lot of talented people down there, especially with the photographers and the MUA. Shout out to all y'all down there. I see what y'all doing and it's dope. So definitely need to shine the light on y'all so people can see what y'all doing and get y'all that one up so we can get y'all where you need to be for real, for real.
that's what's up.
Get y'all on the map.
Right. Speaking of Boss Beauties, Roche Moore, shout out Roche Moore, A Girl Like I. That movie, wow. I'm not gonna tell you. It's a short film. We streamed it here on Word on the Street with Judah. That's the reason why we're running late right now. Is because we actually didn't want to clash with Roche, right? We wanted to make sure that people got a chance to view her short film. It's a very important film for people to look at. So we just want to shout out her. Congratulations.
Absolutely, congratulations.
Beautiful film, right?
Yes. Congratulations, guys.
So tell us more about Nicole. Nicole. Nicole.
What's up?
Tell us about Ancestors and Warriors.
Ancestors and Warriors. Ancestors and Warriors is dope and it's very relaxing. But Ancestors and Warriors is the jewelry making line, which is handcrafted wood jewelry, which me and Judah make by our hands. we run around 50 million stores and we find our products.
Yes.
And then we come back and then we create. We make sure our area is cleansed. Make sure we're focused. We make sure we're in the right mindset. We got the right energy. And we get in there and we just create.
Yeah.
And we come up with some dope stuff. Ancestors and Warriors on Facebook. Y'all need to go look at it.
Straight up.
Dope stuff over there. Yes, we do that out of fun. Do it out of love. And we came up with the concept and whatever. And how did you come up with the ancestors part? And then
okay, so so I came up with the ancestors part because our ancestors guide us, and so I want my ancestors with me at all times. I want my ancestors with me or on me at all times. And one of the best ways that I can connect with my ancestors is through stones that have been here longer than me and my ancestors. Right? So the energy that me and my ancestors put into this world, put into this universe, put into this realm is in these stones, it's in the earth. And not only do I share energy with my ancestors, I share the energy with your ancestors. I share the energy with y'all's ancestors. And I'm able to commune and walk with the ancestors anytime I need to. My ancestors are with me right now. These are all natural stones. Nothing, unnatural.
Right.
It's all real. And it's created with my own energy. So that's where the ancestors part come in, and where the warriors part come in.
The warriors part comes in there because the warriors protect us. So this is why we wear the wood jewelry with the all natural beads and everything that comes from the earth, because the ancestors do walk with us, but our ancestors were also warriors. Thanks. So we have to make sure. And so that's why we chose the name Ancestors and Warriors.
Straight up.
And it works out well. And I love it. I love it.
Me too.
With Ancestors and Warriors all the time. It's dope up.
That's what's up.
Dope up.
Yo, what we're doing is I'm interviewing Nicole, but the rest of this month she's gonna be the host interviewing the boss beauties that come on here. So I'm not gonna be here. I won't be in this seat, right? Nicole will be over here and she'll be hosting, and you guys will be able to witness women, black queens, boss beauties interacting with other boss beauties. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of male energy around here sometimes, and that's all right. You know what I'm talking about? That's okay. But it's important that we always recognize black women who are doing things in the community, and that's what this is going to be about.
Absolutely.
This next go round. I brought up Ancestors and Warriors because these are several projects that we put out together. We created together.
Yeah.
And I want people to get to know you. I don't think people know a lot of the behind the scenes things you do. So with that being said, a lot of people don't know, and only because they're not paying attention, but a lot of people don't know that Suits for Judah is a 501c3 certified organization. We are 501c3 certified. Yes, paperwork, fool.
Yeah. All legal.
You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of people don't know that I brought that idea to you. That was a dream that I brought to you, and you actually helped me bring it to fruition with the paperwork side on it, because I didn't understand the paperwork of it. So, with that being said, which is the reason why you are the secretary for Suits for Judah. So, with that being said, I want people to understand that when you have people in your life who bring value to your life, I want you to stop and think about the value that they bring to your life. And I want you to ask yourself, are you doing that person a favor by accepting what they're giving out? And what I mean by this is, if a person has potential and you see it, and you don't push them
That's the one.
to further their potential, to reach their potential, to grow. If you only accept what they're giving because it's convenient for you,
Come on.
instead of pushing them to grow, even if that means outgrowing you.
Facts.
If you don't do that, then you're not a friend.
At all.
So with that being said, I want people, my whole objective of having you here today is I want people to understand me and your symbiotic relationship. You know what I'm saying? Iron sharpens iron.
Period.
I have forever, all my life, had these grand ideas. And they were grand to me because every time I tell them to someone, they laugh it off or they act like, that's not possible or whatever the case. And then I meet people like you. I meet people like Charles, Bodyguard TV, shout out. I meet people like that, and I tell them in my dreams, and they're like, you're not dreaming big enough. And I'm like,
No. That's. I don't understand how people tell people that you're not dreaming big enough. If this sounds like a marvelous idea to me, well, hell, what are we waiting for?
Let's push it.
What are we waiting for? What do we need to do?
Let's do it.
What do we need to do? This sounds great to me. I mean, all we need is the starting point.
That's it.
That's all we need. We got this part. Okay, well, hell, we'll figure out the rest when we get there. Let's start with what we know and what we do best.
Facts.
And this is what we did.
And that's what we did.
This is how we built.
We started with what we know.
Exactly.
And what we knew was to capture what was going on around us. That's what we knew best.
Mm-hmm.
And then we meet this technical wizard,
Absolutely.
Charles,
Listen.
who comes in and gives us the tools and shows us how to really shape it up and make it more presentable.
Exactly.
Right?
Really take it to the next
Really
level.
take it to the next level. And my whole point is this right here for anybody who's looking, who's wondering, check the people around you. Check who you got around you. Check who you telling your dreams to. If they're not mobilizing on helping you achieve your dreams and you are not mobilizing and helping them achieve their dreams, somebody using somebody.
Listen.
And this is the thing. It's not always bad to use people. A lot of people want to be used because they have something to give. But when you use people, you use what they want to give, not what you want to take.
Period. You better say that.
I'm just saying.
Come on and say it. Come on, say it.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So,
They didn't hear it.
straight up, man.
Oh my God,
It's amazing, right?
It is, because people don't understand it, because they don't
Know all the work.
that goes into it, that goes behind it. Like, y'all understand, it is hours. I'm talking about days
tell
and weeks.
people about. Tell them what is a typical work day like for you?
Y'all want my work day? I ain't give y'all just run down real quick what the whole work day look like. I might start at about 7:30, 8. Now, mind you, this is no alarm clock. This is just waking up. Wake up, wake up, check emails. Oh my God. Event here, event there, event here, event there. Can you give us ideas on this? Can we get backlash on this? Email, inbox, blowing up. Okay, so it's emails for a good about 2-3 hours in the morning. Then it's a lunch break. Okay, now I gotta send out emails to respond back. Oh, now I got inboxes. Okay, now I gotta send emails. But I got inboxes back. Okay, now I gotta schedule posts. Okay, now wait. Is this the right one for this day? Okay, let me schedule all these out for the day. Okay, good. Now what we got going on this weekend? What event is here? Let me plot this on the calendar. So I gotta write this in the calendar. I gotta put this on the on my personal calendar. Then I also have to put it on the calendar for everyone else to see, which is just us. And then check back in with everybody. Make sure all the time is right. Make sure we show up on time. Make sure we get there. And then throughout this time, we're still talking about the 3 or 4 other businesses and what we got to do with those. Now, mind you, this is an ongoing conversation. We're talking throughout all the activity of the work. Keeping up with the paperwork for Suits for Judah, which is a 501c3 nonprofit. Got to keep up with that. Got to do the taxes for that. Just did that a couple days ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the stuff I have to do to keep up with the paperwork. Because it's a lot of paperwork. We're trying to keep up with paperwork for about 4 or 5, I believe, businesses that, yes, legally, with 1 and 2 names on them. Yes, indeed. Yes. We're not playing no games around. No games. Game. It is serious.
Names and contracts.
That's how we're dealing in. And that's how it works. And this is a typical work day for me. And I don't go to bed till probably about, I know it's after 1 a.m. for sure. Every day, every night. But I wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't trade it because I'm doing what I want to do. And I'm doing when I want to do it. And it is changing people's lives.
Facts. Straight up.
How can you not want to be doing this?
How can you not want to be doing this? Straight up. Yo, shout out to all the entrepreneurs out there.
Real time.
We know how hard you work. Boy, listen. Yo, that's the reason why we try our best to give as much exposure as we can to people, you know what I'm talking about, especially black entrepreneurs, women entrepreneurs, minority-owned businesses. We want to make sure that you guys get the exposure that you need because the work we do is hard, man, and nobody really sees all that background stuff. And they don't see it, and then when they do see it, you know, they call you a lie. They call you a lie to your face while you working. Oh, that's a lie. You ain't really doing that. Oh, yeah, I'm doing that. I'm doing that. Yo, I'm doing it. I'm really doing it. Yo, that's really me. Yo, that's really me. Yo. They see you. I know they see you. I know y'all see her out there with the camera. I know you see her out there doing the producing. I know you see her out there going and getting the guests, bringing them over to come and talk and everything. I know you see her out there being a producer, and yet you say, nah. She just waste time. Boy, say, man. Stop downplaying the work black women do.
Period. There's 1,000 other things a sister could be doing.
Big facts.
1,001. Because in case, you know, and nobody forgot, I'm still in remission from cancer. I'm really supposed to be sitting down. I'm only 3 months out. November, December.
Yes.
January. Yeah, I'm only 3 months out from my reconstructive surgery that I had back in November.
Wow.
3 months out.
Wow. Amazing. Tell a lot of people might not know about that surgery. What is that reconstructive surgery that you had?
Oh, it's called DIEP, which is the deep interior epigastric procedure. And so what they do is basically they took all the fat off my stomach after I had the mastectomy, and they took, because I had the cancer on my left breast. So after they did the mastectomy and they took the left breast, they told me that they could do, it's kind of like a tummy tuck procedure, because I was literally cut from hip to hip. And they took all the fat and then they used it to recreate me a breast because I didn't want no foreign objects in my body. I'm damn sure not finna put no plastic silicone or whatever in the hell that is up in there. No, you're not finna do that to me. Let me work with my own body fat. And if my body rejects my body, then my body don't need that part. So, and that's what it was. And I spent like, I think a week in the hospital. But the thing is I had like no pain after. So they were like absolutely amazed. I was like, listen here, between meditation and yoga and focusing on the things I really needed to focus on and not the extracurricular bullshit going on out there, it literally helped me get to where I am now, because I probably shouldn't be doing that shit I'm doing. I think 2 or 3 weeks after I had the surgery, I was teaching hip-hop cardio class. So, you know, all this shit I wasn't supposed to be doing, but actually wasn't supposed to be doing to somebody else because I was supposed to be doing. So.
Straight up. Yo. Shout out, man. Big ups. Yo, and by the way, y'all, in case anybody's out there, they try. People like to spin shit.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
Are you working? Are you working on your own will? Are you? Do you choose to work? Is this what you're doing? Or
am I forced?
Are you forced to work?
I forced to work?
Are you being forced to work?
Man, I'm about to take this jacket off. I'm about to take this jacket off. I'm gonna tell you what grown folks do, and I'm gonna tell you what grown, independent, boss, beauty, empowered women do. We work because we want to. And this is not work for me. This is my career. This is what I chose to do. It's not work, baby. Don't ever think. Oh, another thing, don't ever think that anybody can tell me when and when I can't work. When and what I can't do. Think what you want to think. This is all what Nicole wants to do. This is all Nicole been doing. Y'all just didn't. I guess now y'all been paying attention to it, but Nicole's really been doing this since 2018. You know.
Long time.
Yeah.
Like my man, PIMP say, I'm a hog in the game.
Real talk.
Hog in the game, man.
Real talk. Been doing this. Had my own show maybe 2-3 years ago when I met this young man right here. We were both had our own shows. Both had the hottest shows on that particular platform, network. Yeah.
Straight up. Shout out to that particular network.
But yeah, that's it. So this is not no new condition for me or whatever. A lot of people think that because I'm not in front of the camera, baby, I don't need to be hopping in front of the camera all the time to do stuff. My business is back in the back. Honey, making sure that the people in front of the camera look like they supposed to look.
Straight up.
Honey, because if you don't look like you're supposed to look, that come back on me. So I got to make sure you pull it together, snatch tight, and right to the gods, honey, everybody.
Right on. Right on. So, since this is all about Boss Beauties, and we're talking about some of the things you do as a career woman and some of the things you do as a boss, what are your personal goals for WarriorQueen, and where do you see it in 2 years?
Well, in 2 years, we're going to have 501c3 status, period. That's the first thing.
Straight up.
So we already got the DBA on that one. It's mine. And so we're just working on the next part. But personally, what I want to see with WarriorQueen is that I want to grow into a mentorship program for young women. Because we definitely need that. We don't need the sisters and the young babies getting lost out here in the world to Instagram and being half naked all the time. Yeah. I mean, you can be cute, but we not finna lose you out here to this nonsense in the streets and what's going on. So I would like to bring forth to have some of the powerful women, that are coming on the show and, others that we do know to be able to provide that type of mentorship to show these young ladies that there is another way. You don't have to come from money to get to money. You don't have to come from money to get to money, but I'm gonna let y'all work on that in a minute. Hold on to that one or whatever. Just so that y'all can understand that, so they won't feel like they don't have nobody to talk to, they don't have nobody there for them, because Black women go through so much mentally with mental health. I went through a lot with my cancer. That's why I ended up going to a psychiatrist and getting some help, because I need to talk to somebody, because I'm about ready to jump out the window. They tell you that, then what? Then what? 2 days from now, I'll be celebrating. It'll be 2 years from when I got the diagnosis on February 6th. It'll be 2 years and 2 days. Wow. So I was like, man, that is crazy. But yeah, just bringing awareness about the breast cancer as well, but also how it affects the caregivers and the kids and what they go through. You don't understand it until you see it, and they go through so much stuff. You go through with family, the people you fall out with. I mean, this is stuff you don't realize. You don't think that's gonna happen until something major like this happens in your life, and this shifts your whole way of thinking. I was like, no, I got to put together some type of program that'll make it easier for women or anybody that's going through cancer or anything like that, just to be able to have a place to have a spot. So if you do, you need somebody to talk to or whatever. I want to be able to have somebody where if you need to just call somebody and talk to, you got a line, you can talk to somebody. You need to ride to the store somewhere, and as cancer patient, you don't want to be riding in the Medicaid van. Shout out to the Medicaid van, I appreciate y'all, but when you have cancer and have to wear masks, you don't want to ride on the van with 50 million other people, or you need to go to the store. I want to at least be able to call an Uber, like for the cancer patients or whatever. It could be Uber for cancer patients, whatever you call it, just to get them back and forward to doctors. Or sometimes you have them appointments where you need to get to the doctor that day. Right. You don't have time to be waiting 2 and 3 days for that. So I want to be able to implement programs like that, and also implement programs to celebrate survivors, fighters. We're having fashion shoots and brunches and annual get-togethers so that we can really see what's going on and just get back out here and get back into the community. That's what I want to do as far as the mentorship programs and doing stuff in the schools or whatever. So I would like to get more involved in that. And of course, since I did the hip hop class, I like to do that too, and then some yoga or whatever. So yeah, we putting this together. I got a whole list of stuff, honey. But yeah, that's just the basic what I want to say. I really wanted to get to where I need to get to, and just blow it out the water. I need us to be bigger than. I need it to be up there because I need it to be up there. I don't want to say who I want it to be bigger than. I know who I want it to be bigger than. But I don't want to put them on the spot, but I want it to be bigger than that because I want. Yeah.
For us.
Yeah.
For us.
For us.
You know what I'm saying?
For us with the council, I want it to be us. We can have our own runs and we can have our own walks and our own cleanups and our own whatever we want to do for us.
And make sure that our community sees that money.
Period.
Going into the research for us.
Exactly.
You know what I'm talking about? Because we don't just need general research. We need research into triple negative things that affect us. Right?
Period.
That's dope. Obviously, WarriorQueen is already an entity, has already been created. You've already been doing work in the community with Suits for Judah. You go out and we volunteer. We've done a lot of work with CIVN. Shout out CIVN. Volunteering While Black. The Hill. Shout out to The Hill. Always. Listen, tell the people a little bit about, number one, who's coming on the show. And number two, how you've interacted with some of those people out in the community.
Okay, so we do, of course, we have next week we have Tiara Stacks Jones. She'll be on here next week.
Shout out Tiara. Yo, that's my choice. That's my pick. Yo, I had to get Tiara on the show. Shout out Tiara. Shout out Heavy the Movie.
Yes, producer, that'll be dope. That movie producer on set. That's a black woman. She come up here and give us the tea about that, which I'm ready to hear all about that, honey, because I like the behind the scenes. Girl, tell me how it go. Girl, tell me how it go.
Right.
But then after that we have Tremonica Brown. Yes, so now that's gonna be fun. Met her last year during Not My Son, during all the riots and everything that was going on, whatever. We just instantly clicked, and that's, hey love, I know what you're gonna say, 'cause that's how she see us. Hey y'all, that's my peoples or whatever. So yeah, I love her to death. So I can't wait for that interview. It's gonna be so dope. We're gonna talk about chopping up about a bunch of stuff after that, and then I want to think about that. And then Brianna Dodd. Come on, Brianna.
Hey.
Yes, Brianna Dodd. So I will have her on here, Trap Twerk. I ain't gonna be probably not gonna twerk nothing like that. I'm just gonna do my hands like that for y'all. But yeah, so she's gonna get hallelujah. That's the one. That's the damn one right there. Yeah. But yeah, so have her on here and chopping it up once again. And I met her at the model party for sure, and we just click. Like I say, every time I meet good people, that energy be right. We just vibe, and that's what it is. So, like I said, I'm looking forward to talking to them, cutting up, doing what we doing, word on the street.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
It's gonna be so fun.
Man, shout out to everybody who's gonna be on the show. And shout out to everybody who supports the show. We appreciate all of your support. Everybody who has ever shared, liked, commented, told somebody about the show. Word on the Street with Judah is quality programming supported by viewers like you. All right? I don't think PBS copyrighted that, so we should be all right. You know? This ain't no telephone, but you can donate. Come on. So, all right. So, with you learning so many different things in this short amount of time and going through a lot of different things in this short amount of time in your life, right?
Right.
This is a tricky question, so I'm gonna phrase it. I'm gonna try to do it the right way.
Okay.
I have a theory. My theory is people live several lives in a lifetime. Okay? You go through life, sometimes you're married and then you get divorced and you're no longer in that situation, you're no longer in that house, you're no longer raising those children, you're no longer part of that energy, and now you're living a different life. That is now a new life. It's a new life. It's just like dying and being resurrected, right? Would you say that you are experiencing a new life right now?
Absolutely. Hashtag new life who this.
Right on. Right on.
Real talk.
What is your message for people who may be losing a life right now? See, you may be losing a life right now. You may be losing everything that you know. You may be losing everything that you're used to. You may be losing your sanity. You may be losing your health. You may be losing anything right now that you have had with you for a long time. And you're starting to lose your life, your grip on reality, your realm, who you are, what you do, what you stand for, everything you thought you knew. You're losing it. And it seems like nobody's paying attention because it's not their life. And it seems like nobody can help you with it because they can't
relate.
What's your message for those people?
Listen, because I went through all of that. And the best thing I can tell you to do to make it easier for yourself, let that shit go. Don't sit there and try to hold on to old shit that's not meant for you no more. You cannot. I was trying to, but when I went through cancer, going through chemo, and chemo is hell and hot water. Listen, when I tell you they cleansed my body in and out with all these these strong ass medications, I was like, no, you literally cleansed me from the inside out. You literally took away old everything of me, down to my hair, y'all. Every bit of piece of hair on your body. This is what you lose in chemo. Not just the bald head, everywhere. When all of that was gone, that's when I realized, I was like, no, this was all taken away from me to start over. So you have to let that shit go. You cannot sit there and try to hold on to something that's not meant for you to hold on to anymore. That last life I went through was hell. And it was like, you know what, you paid enough. This is what's gonna end your payment right here. Let me let you go ahead and deal with this right quick. Let me let you go and deal with it right quick. Handle it. Hold it down right quick. You hold this shit down like this, you get through this, I promise you, whatever you do after this is gonna be right. Yes. Walk and trust. This is where I'm at now. Walk and trust.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Pay the cost to be the boss.
Period.
Yo, thank you for coming on the show.
Man, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. It was so dope.
Man, you're usually behind the scenes. It's good to have you here. Do you have a message you want to say? Anything last? Tell people where to find WarriorQueen.
Shout out over to Facebook. That's why I'm on Facebook right now. But I am working on getting over on Instagram. I be forgetting about Instagram, y'all. I'm sorry. But definitely WarriorQueen, and it's capital WARRIOR, capital QUEEN. And you'll see it has a pretty little white little thingy up there with the WQ in there. And you'll see it on there. So just go on there, like, share, and follow. If y'all want to help out in any type of way, let me know. Holla at your girl. If you want to know about more of the programs that I do have, because I have the whole plan wrote out or whatever, just holla at your girl. I do have a fashion designer on my team. Now I talked to her about that because I wanted to create some little boxes, but it's going to be cute and stuff. But but I don't want to give too much out, but it's all down on paper. But if you want to get involved, it's like something you want to help with, you know what I'm saying, just let your girl know. Holla at me, WarriorQueen, come to the inbox or whatever, and then we can chop it up for sure. And you'll always see me on Word on the Street and Sis with Judas, so you can hit me up on there too.
Straight up. Straight up. Yo, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Remember, this is Word on the Street with Judah, brought to you by Bodyguard TV.
Bodyguard.
You know what I'm saying? Listen, if you haven't already, go like and share Bodyguard TV. Bodyguard TV is doing some amazing things right now in the community. And you need to be following, you need to be paying attention, okay? Pay attention to Charles, all right? Listen, Bodyguard TV is the hottest shit out right now.
Period.
We out.